Hello everybody, welcome to Stewart County Ballistics. I'm going to start, this is kind of my little intro here on that Big Daddy Diesel here. He's up on the bench. But like I said, I'm going to start this video out, like I said, discussing my needling process. Like I said, I'm going to try to move forward. Alright, see y'all. It's kind of a weird needling deal that I do, but this is my test piece of brass. This is the next one that I've done. You can kind of see how far, you know, it comes back down off the shoulder. I don't really like that. I mean, this one I use for testing. Like I said, this one is my test piece, and that's generally, like I said, how I try to get the best idea, you know, of how long it needs to stay there, you know, what it's doing. Well, actually, it took this piece and this piece, if you can look, this piece here I'm alright with. Like I said, the rest of them, I mean, in my opinion, I think they're perfectly fine. This one was down too far, and that's just that was my fault, just the way that I was holding it. I use this test piece, and the purpose of that, like I said, is more or less the time. Like I said, I need to keep it in the flame, and more or less of, you know, the angle that I'm holding it. Because like I said, I've done these, I wasn't using the Nillies, you know, or any of the other machines. Get my shoulder bump measurement back. So like I said, this is the lock and load headspace comparator kit from Hornady. You probably ain't gonna be able to see these directions, but if you look down, headspace bushing size chart, that's one thing I do like about Hornady. They're very, very descriptive. All right, you go right here, 0.400, 308 Winchester is what we're loading. I have already went on and got it out. If you just slide that in there, well, let me use your little Allen wrench here. If you'll just slide that in there, I'll generally hold it down. It ain't gonna be too tight. Then, like I said, for your calipers, I'm going to open them up. And the way generally I like to do mine is I'll kind of hold it forward where it'll kind of just stay in position. Then after it does, like I said, I'll just lightly tighten that. After I get my correct bushing and everything in there, go forward and zero my calipers. After I zero my calipers, I always give them a little bit of test, and you'll see mine probably mess up. I pull it back, go forward. Alright, you see the 5? Back, go forward. Alright. Like I said, this measurement really, it goes back to the purpose of me using the universal decapper. I don't want any interference, like I said, with this measurement. Got 1.626. So they're all fire formed in the same gun. They should be pretty. .627 or 1.626. There we go. I'm gonna order me one of them. I can't even remember what it's called. but 1.626. Hornady makes it, like I said, really it's another anvil piece. It can go up here, it can go back here, and you can run this really either which way. Like I said, this is just my opinion. Like I said, you can run that either which way that you want. But like I said, I definitely am gonna be getting one of them. I think it just, you come out with better measurements. Make sure our calipers are zeroed out. Should get a 1.26. Alright, we're at 1.26, and if I zero with this particular one here, this is my piece of test brass. I'm going to take some imperial sizing wax. Alright, it's showing, like I said, roughly zeros across the board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this up. I'm actually going to go down a little more. I'm just going to creep into this. Okay, there's my negative. I hope y'all can see it. There's my negative and there's my 1. I'm going to go down just a tad bit more with this. Like I said, this is more on a hunting rifle style, so I don't have to be that precise about it. I mean, if I go a little over, you know, if I'm running a hunting rifle at 3,000ths, that doesn't bother me. It really don't. And let's see. It went a little over. Like I said, we're about 4. Just going to loosen this. Give this just a tad back out. Alright. Let's zero this. Pull this back out. Alright. Got 1.26 on this one. Alright, you can zero your calipers out there, SCB. What is your problem? Alright, 1.626. Gonna zero it. Make sure I got plenty of lube on it. Wait for these calibers to get stationary. Alright, it's showing, it's flipping back and forth between 3,000ths and 4,000ths. With any of my resizing, me a rag here. So now I'm doing this more honestly on a, if you're going to load a bunch. This is, like I said, right back to our test piece. I'm just going to wipe this off. That's perfect. Both closes good. So like I said, I would be more than happy to say that we're ready to go. Especially, you know, with a hunt rifle. I don't, if I'm off a little bit, you know, on my hunting guns, and I'm getting about 3/1000ths, that's, truthfully, that's perfectly fine with me. I put some Hornady one shot in it. You feel like you're getting a whole lot of attention, especially coming out. I did use Hornady one shot lube on the die. Like I said, I'm inside and I don't have very good ventilation, so I used the Imperial sizing wax. Oh, that was just slicker than that worked out pretty good. Good gracious. So all I do is, because I'm gonna just throw them in the dry tumbler. If I had a whole bunch of them, I would be doing them in the wet tumbler. Alright, let me see if I can check here. Everything is zeroed out, what we've got on the end one here. I didn't get quite enough. Like I said, that could have just been me, which most of the time it is. Not going all the way down, letting it cam over. Now that's one good thing I like about this press, because whenever I can set it up, I can run it all the way till it locks. Alright, let me double check. Alright, that one there is showing about 2,500. But with me, like I said, hunting with these, honestly, I mean, I would feel perfectly. Honestly, I would feel perfectly fine. Like I said, with running any of these, they fit my gun well. They eject, you know, relatively easy. A lot of the times with a lot of the guns, like I said, that I shoot and I do videos, like I said, I may only do, like I said, a 2/1000 bump on the shoulder. Like I said, I end up having about a 3/1000 bump. Well, I mean, that's perfectly fine with me. And the reason why I say that is because there's no telling how many rounds these cartridges, they're going to go in my gun, come out of my gun. They're probably going to be in and out, in and out. I'm going to put these over in the Met dry tumbler, and like I said, I believe that's going to cover it for today, guys. See y'all. God bless you.